I don't know how true this is. I went to Twitter to get a picture of, well, this particular picture as a thumbnail for the video that I just made. And apparently, I don't know how true this is, but it is rumored that they are trying to switch around the opponents for the last 3 fights on the card. So, for instance, it would be Jingliang versus Daniel Rodriguez, which that's not a bad fight, honestly. Potentially Kevin Holland versus Khamzat. They're reporting that right now is just a matter of financials. They're just trying to make sure, like the fighters are trying to make sure they're getting paid, what they should be getting paid if they're doing all these different arrangements now that are different from what they originally signed up for. And then potentially Tony versus Nate in the main event. What in the world has this man done? Look, the Lee and Rodriguez fight is actually good. That fight probably made more sense anyway than the Kevin Holland one, in all fairness. And Khamzat versus Kevin, if Kevin, with a few more wins and stuff like that, and depending on how Khamzat, like how his win streak would have kept going. Like if he lost and if Kevin kept winning, then yeah, that fight would make sense at some point. But it seems like Khamzat would have bigger fights, in the near future. But Tony versus Nate, this is one of the worst things I have ever heard of. Again, this is all alleged. I just went to look for this picture and I started seeing that it's trending. So take it with a grain of salt. And let's just pray that this does not happen, because imagine we either got to see Nate get beat or Tony, which both of them probably was going to lose anyway. But there was a chance that one of them could win. But if they fight each other, then definitely one of them will lose. It's crazy, man. Khamzat has really I don't know, man. I don't know what the deal is. I'm making the same face that he's making right here. This gesture, like what is going on? What's happening? Hey, we'll see how it shakes up. If anything becomes official, I will make another video and we'll have to rearrange things and predictions and breakdowns and stuff like that for these final few fights. But I feel sorry for the other fighters who just kind of showed up and wanted to fight and do their thing, and now they kind of got to go through all of this, and all of this craziness is taking the attention off of everybody else, which it ain't like it was a whole bunch of eyes on the other fighters anyway. But, it kind of throws off the energy and the feng shui of the whole card. But I still think it'll be a great night of fights. It'll just be really sad in the main event. All those other fights are going to be fantastic. If they make Kevin Holland and Khamzat, that's going to be a super duper crazy fight. That's going to be crazy, and potentially 3 rounds. The Lee and Daniel fight, that would be sick as well, because they just showing up to do one thing. They're going to throw hands. But the Tony and the Nate fight is where I don't know if I'll be able to watch that one, because it'll just be sad. And Tony was preparing for a 3-round fight. He'll be fighting up a weight class, so he's really ready for 3 rounds. And then, no. Actually, he was scheduled to fight at 170, so that's not bad. It's just Nate will have that cardio advantage. And then let's say if Nate just kind of wins a decision, that's another L for Tony, even though he wasn't prepared for a 5-round fight. Another unfortunate thing happening for Tony. But then let's say if Tony goes out there and destroys Nate, well, now he leaves the UFC, after he was prepared to go and fight Khamzat and had things rearranged, and now he's leaving as a free agent with a loss, which he probably is going to lose anyway, but still, at least he was mentally prepared that it would be to Khamzat, somebody who might be a champion one day, up until a few minutes ago. Hey, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Crazy.